Crescent Fresh, y'all. I'm lowtek, and today we're gonna play some DFK. Well, actually, before we can play any DFK, we're gonna need to get some things set up here. So on this computer here, where we're recording at here, it's a kind of a fresh install here. And I also normally when I do crypto, I've got another dedicated computer that I usually just kind of do crypto stuff on, don't do normal web browsing or stuff, just kind of as a form of extra layer of security. So we're going to need to get MetaMask set up here on this computer so that we can play some DFK. So let's get that process started. So what I'm going to do, I'm in Chrome right now. Well, I'm actually in Chromium because I'm on Linux here. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go up here to our little extensions tab here. If you may not have this visible, so one thing we can do is we can click on those three dots there, our little, I guess it's a hamburger menu. I don't know, cheeseburger. But we're going to go down here to more tools, and then we're going to go to the extensions tab here, and then this will bring up just a page. If you don't have anything here at all, you may not have any extensions, but I'm going to click that up here at the top. That is the little three lines here, the hamburger menu. We're going to go down here to the bottom, the Open Chrome Web Store. I'm going to click on that here, and that's going to take us here. And then boom, right here, it's like it knew what we were looking for here. So we are looking for the MetaMask wallet extension here. For some reason, if it's not recommended for you here, you can always come up here in the search here, and we'll just do MetaMask in the search. It'll pop it up there as well. So we're going to go ahead and click on that MetaMask, and we are adding that to our Chrome. And then it's just going to let us know what it can do here, and then we are going to add extension. All right, so we've now got the MetaMask installed here. The fox with the bob, yeah. All right, so hey, I'm happy to see you too, MetaMask. Just giving us some quick overviews here. All right. And then, so depending on who you are here, you'll either, if you've not played any DFK, you're going to want to just create a wallet here, or if you already have a wallet like myself here, this is where we're going to import our seeds here. So just real quick here, when you're setting this up here, these 12 words, you don't ever want to share these with anybody. Just be aware if you're kind of new to crypto here in general, you never want to share this is like your private, your seed phrase, your recovery phrase here. These are your keys. This is the access to the keys to the kingdom, baby. So definitely never share this with anyone. Um, because if someone knows this, then they have access to your wallet. They can do anything that you would do, mainly drain all your money and make you really sad. So just remember, not your keys, not your cheese. Protect your cheese, protect your keys. Never share this with anyone. If anybody ever asked in Discord, chat, something, there's a lot of scams out there. People, whatever, however they get to it, they'll say, give me your 12 words. What's your seed phrase here? Let me help you out. Um, it's a trap. So what I'm going to do here real quick here is I'm going to pause this video here while I put in my 12 words here, and then I'm going to set up a password, basically that just the password's not necessarily relative to the 12 uh, seed phrase word here. This is just to access the MetaMask itself. So it's like the password to sign in to your computer. This is just the password that you'll use to sign in to the MetaMask, and it's specific to this specific browser. So for example, I had mentioned earlier that I had a dedicated computer that I used to crypto. So I could have a different MetaMask wallet for this computer versus that computer, things like that. So, but I'm going to pause real quick and we'll be back here in just a blink of an eye. All right, so now that I've entered my 12-word seed phrase here, and then I've set up a password to access that wallet here and accepted the terms there, this is the next screen it'll take us to here. And then we're just going to click all done here. And then boom. So as you can see here, this is the MetaMask here. the other thing I like to do here as well, because this is the, I believe they call it the expanded view here. We're going to go up here to our Chrome here, the little puzzle tile here, and then the extensions here, it shows the extensions installed here. I want to go ahead and I'm going to pin MetaMask, and that way that it sits up here in the corner here. And we'll just move MetaMask over there to the very left-hand side here. So now, regardless of any page that I'm on here, I can always click this little tab here, and then that's going to let me access my MetaMask regardless of which page I'm in here. So right now you can currently see here, I have a little Ethereum here on my MetaMask here, but the other thing you'll notice here as well is that it says Ethereum mainnet. So by default, out of the box here, so to speak, when we install here, it's going to have us on Ethereum. And so we're going to need to add a network so that we can actually get into DeFi Kingdoms. So now the date of today's video, we're November 6th, 2022 here. So I want to see here what happens when I just go, when we click start playing with MetaMask installed, and I want to see here if it's going to bring in, just going to prompt us to install that here. What's it going to say here? So here we are, let's play DeFi Kingdoms. And then it's going to ask us to connect our wallet here. So let's hit connect here. And then here's our account. It says Ethereum though. Let's see what happens here. So, all right. So now we've got Inner Serendale, take the tour, check out Crystal Vale. So what happens here? Is it gonna? There we go. This is what I was hoping it would do here. So this is awesome. So instead of having to go in and manually put in the RPC information here, so if anybody says RPC information, this is basically just the RPC is the information to connect to a network. So we want to be able to switch MetaMask from that Ethereum network over to, in this case, Harmony for Serendale or the old Serendale. And then Crystal Vale will want to be on the AVAX and then the AVAX subchain, which is the DFK subnet. So we'll kind of baby step our ways there through that. Just kind of want to show the process here, and I may not be the best explainer here. There's probably other people that would go into a much deeper dive here, but I think a lot of us here are kind of monkey see, monkey do. So I just want to kind of show some of that here. So this is the first Serendale here, and it's kind of gone away here. So let's see here if we can get over to Crystal Vale, because we want to go back to Crystal Vale. So let's hit start playing. Where is it going to take us? So it's going to do that again. All right, and that's because we are on the Harmony mainnet. So we're going to go back up here and we're going to switch back to the Ethereum mainnet here. And then as you can see, the page has detected we are on the incorrect network here. So let's go to Crystal Vale here and let's enter here, and then this should populate some information. So this is giving us the DFK chain. We're gonna go ahead and get that automatically added here. That is good. And so, okay, so now this will give us the DFK net, and it's got Harmony added here. So the other thing I'd like to add here as well is I'd like to get the Avalanche or the AVAX mainnet on here as well. It's not a necessity to play the game per se, but we'll go ahead and while we're here, we'll do the manual setup here just so you could see that if it's something that you ever need to do in the process here of the game. So let's go here and let's Google's here and we'll do let's see, let's do meta. Oh, there we go. AVAX. Yeah, that's what I meant, man. And let's click on that here. It's Avalanche network here. And we'll scroll down here, and then there's the information here we need to put into our MetaMask. So let's go ahead, let's do that here together. So I'm clicking on my MetaMask wallet here. I'm going to click up here at the top, DFK chain. That's the network we're on. We want to add a network here. And oh, look at that here. So it's got some here, the Avalanche Network C chain. That is, well, it's actually been a minute since I've set up MetaMask. There's been a lot of improvements. Used to really have to go in and do this manually here. Yeah, instead of having to look up and being scared, am I on the right web page? Just giving me the right RPC information. Yeah, so conveniently enough, that's all available here. So let's go ahead. Let's close these tabs here. Let's go back to DFK. And now you're going to see it switch here because we are on the Avalanche mainnet here. So and one thing I do like, I think it's worthwhile to have AVAX here. As a quick little side note here, the easiest way for me currently to kind of get some funds from the real world over to the DeFi Kingdoms world here is you can use Coinbase, Binance.us, basically anywhere where you can send fiat money into, in this case, Avalanche. And then what I can do here is I can just send from, say, Coinbase or wherever I've got that. From that wallet, I can just copy this address here and then do a withdrawal from, say, Coinbase. And then when I send that, it's going to show up here in my MetaMask. And that's actually how I got that here. And then I can click on Miss Snow Sage. And then what I can do here is I can just move AVAX to get started here. I can do a bridge of AVAX here. And here we go. And then basically, so I would say, hey, I've got AVAX on the C chain. It's going to show me my balance up here, which maybe is it. First time it is always a little bit confusing, but I could take that 0.1. Whoops, and then I could bridge that over. If you're doing this for the first time, you're going to have an approve here instead of the word bridge. So you always have to approve. And then once you've approved here, it'll pop up with MetaMask asking you to confirm the approval. You'll confirm that transaction, then you'll get the option to bridge here. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and close out of this here. And we are going to go ahead and go back to our DFK mainnet. Let's rock and roll here, and it's going to drop us into the docks most likely, because that's where the bridge is in game here. And so at this point, we're set up and we're ready to play some DFK here. So I'm going to go ahead kind of get this video wrapped up here for now. This is basically ridiculously easy to set up MetaMask here to get in and play some DeFi Kingdoms here. The other quick thing I'll mention here as well, since we're kind of a setup video, the other thing I like to do, so there's the game.defykingdoms.com, and then there is beta.defykingdoms.com. And the beta is where I like to hang out. I think it's where a lot of us hang out here. You'll usually get a pop-up here saying, hey, you are in beta mode, just be aware. So, but a lot of times you'll get things, they'll show up on the beta website before they go straight over into the DeFi Kingdoms here. So we've got to connect our wallet here to the beta site here. So let's go ahead and do that as well. It's going to ask here, do we want to connect? We're going to say yes. And one thing here, always kind of be mindful of what websites you are connecting your wallet to. You don't want to just go connect to all the sites just because they ask you to connect, because that does give them, depending on the site and the permissions there, it does give them some access to your wallet, whether if it's just by default, just to be able to read your balances there. So just be aware, and yeah, be a little picky about who you want to give access to your wallet, because if you find a wrong website there, that is one way where they could empty your wallet, and you could have a bad day. We don't want anybody to have a bad day here. So what we'll do here, since this is Lowtek Plays DFK here, let's go into our active quests. And okay, so that is wrong. So one thing I am going to do here, I am going to do a Control-Shift-R to refresh my page here. And that says, see, this is the warning. Yeah, yep, I understand what I'm doing. All right, so here, so now we've refreshed here. We're going to go into our active quests, and to live up to the channel name here, now that everything is set up, we're going to play some DFK here real quick to finish this quick video off here. I say quick, this has been a 15-minute video. But we'll go ahead and we'll collect these heroes here, and then we'll see our very first MetaMask transaction here that we're going to do together, friends. So we're doing this together, and we're going to complete this quest, and we're going to see what kind of goodies we've got here. This is a gardening quest here that we've done with the little bit that we've got staked here. And all right, there we go. We got us a rune. We got us a tier. We did a good hit from that one there. So got a little bit of jewel, got a little bit of crystal. We've set up MetaMask, whatever you want to call it there, my friends. And we'll see you around.